What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Above the Rim, presented by Afterthought Sports. I'm Austin Townley, here with James Derrick and Jack Haskell. What up, boys?
Nothing much. It's windy as hell outside. I just took a shower and I feel like I'm dry already. Like I didn't even need a towel off.
It's really muggy out too.
Yeah.
Like it's warm, but it's muggy.
Like
so it's just
I feel like
it's
damp.
lose.
Like I'm dry, but I'm like damp.
James Derrick is damp.
James Derrick is damp.
I'm damp.
Yeah,
Everybody.
it's a beautiful Thursday morning here at St. Bonaventure University. We recorded a whole episode last night, and I deleted the audio file on accident. So here we are.
Idiot.
But that means Jack gets to be on the episode because Jack had plans. He had priorities to do.
Here we go.
And we had to figure it out.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Well, unfortunately for everyone else, they missed Ryan Lombardi flexing his ball knowledge on everybody.
His ball knowledge.
Yes, but I don't know ball.
Which is, I guess we really can't say that anymore.
Well, we can because that's never going to see the light of day.
That's true. No one's going to see it.
No one's ever going to see it.
He made some bad mistakes, but it's all right.
It was really funny. Yeah, shout out Lambo for coming on and trying to, help us out, but I'm sorry that it's my fault. I deleted the audio file when I was trying to create storage on my laptop to upload the video. But, yeah, here we are. It's Thursday morning.
Yeah, why not, huh?
We got the full crew. New camera angles, trying a few different things here. Hopefully this looks better for everyone. Want to get into it?
Yeah, hop right into it. Huh?
Why don't you take us to some recent NBA news? James?
Yeah, recently, so the Heat, after last night, have now won their last 6. They had lost their last, they had lost 10 games in a row prior to winning 6 in a row now. Kind of provoking some thought with me here. Maybe they're kind of catching their stride without Jimmy Buckets. Is that what's happening?
No.
Oh,
You don't think so?
I think this is a fluke.
They just beat your Celtics last night.
You know what?
The Celtics had won 9 in a row prior to losing last night.
They did beat my Celtics last night with Pele Larson in the starting lineup. But, no, I think this is a fluke. I don't think the Heat are going to figure it out in time. I think their season's going to be over sooner rather than later.
So you think they're still going to be in the play-in and they'll just lose in the play-in?
This is good.
Yeah.
Just had to point that out.
I can't say you don't have a point. Prior to beating the Celtics last night, they had beat a couple teams that just aren't very good. Wizards and the Hornets, that is part of their 6-game win streak now. But I think they could be hitting their stride too. Bam, Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero's been balling.
Kel'el Ware has also been balling as well.
Yeah,
so.
I love Kel'el Ware. The rookie I wanted the Phoenix Suns to take, but the Miami Heat took him like 3 picks prior, I believe, and then we got Ryan Dunn, so I can't complain. Happy we have Ryan Dunn. I love Ryan Dunn. And Tyler Hero's been balling. He's dropping 34, 35, 37, left and right, 28 and 7. Tyler Hero is a walking bucket. Very slept on in that class, and when he said he was in that realm of Luka and Trae Young, he really wasn't far off, and I think he just needed to prove to the world.
Well, I think we did a blind stat. We did a blind stat comparison.
I'm sorry, James. I'm going to disagree with you right there. Tyler Hero is not even in the same room as Luka Doncic
he's an all-star.
and Trae Young.
Luka
Doncic and Trae Young are all NBA caliber players who are literally leading their franchises.
Luka, he's not.
What is Tyler Hero doing?
Tyler Hero does not touch Luka Doncic.
No,
I'm saying he's in the same all-star level realm as them. That's what he said. I quoted Tyler Hero. This isn't an Austin Townley quote.
Tyler Hero is an all-star. Luka Doncic and Trae Young are franchise players. Tyler Hero is not a franchise player. That's not to say he can't be a franchise player.
Was Trae Young an all-star this year? No.
I didn't even say all-star. I said he's a franchise. Oh my god!
So is Tyler Hero.
I can't argue with Austin this early into the episode.
Well, see, but I will say, obviously, and I'm not saying that Tyler Hero is at Donovan Mitchell's level necessarily, but we did do a blind stat comparison early in the year. Tyler Hero, Donovan Mitchell, just their stats, and I don't actually remember what we picked. Or what you guys picked, but I'm pretty sure
we picked Tyler Hero.
You picked Tyler Hero. So if you just want to go by the stats, that tells a certain story. But I think we all watch basketball.
That's Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, whoa.
You can say
Donovan Mitchell's better than Trae Young.
Oh my God.
He
What
is.
are we doing?
He is.
That's a good debate. I really don't. I don't think it deserves a head back. Scratch your head.
What?
But that's a debate. I'm not sure if he is.
Donovan Mitchell is literally one of the best playoff performers in the league.
He did say one of this time.
I did say one of this
He
time.
said one of this time.
We look back at it. He did not say
No,
one.
I know he
I'm sorry.
did. I know he did.
Left hand
but
up.
I let him.
Left hand up. That's on me. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Nah, Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, I believe, is better than Trae Young, and I believe Tyler Hero is very disrespected.
Disrespected, yes, but he's not in the same category as Luka Doncic and Trae Young.
He's there.
What does he gotta do for you to embrace that? Does he need to lead the Heat to the playoffs?
He needs to lead a franchise.
He is right now.
Not led a franchise.
He is right now.
Oh my God!
so
Bam out of bounds.
Anyone can win.
Bam's having a down season. Tyler Hero is
Down
Bam
season?
Adebayo
Bam,
leads
yes.
that team more than Trae Young does, or Tyler Hero does.
That's not true.
Okay.
I mean,
That's not true.
here's what I'll say. I don't think you can put him anywhere close to Trae Young until he at least puts his team in the playoffs. He's not been the reason that the Heat have ever been in the playoffs necessarily.
Till he puts his team in the playoffs.
And he could see All NBA pretty soon. But I think this year I would need to see him take the Heat to the playoffs and be competitive in the first round. Trae Young is not a stranger to being bounced in the first round either.
I don't even like Trae Young, but that's still just egregious to say that Tyler Hero's better than Trae Young.
I never said Tyler Hero is better than Trae Young. I never said that.
He said they're on the same level, same all-star caliber
same level, whatever.
But I guess
still
Trae
not
Young's
true.
not an
Still
all-star,
not true.
so.
It is.
Okay.
It's all right.
I think that remains to be seen. I think
Tyler Hero was an all-star this season. Trae Young was not. Tyler Hero.
So that automatically puts them
Tyler
on the same
Hero
level.
could very well be All NBA this season. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes
He's
All NBA
not.
third team.
Nope.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I
whatsoever.
would be interested to see if they swap places who would be doing better. I find it very hard to believe that Trae Young on the Miami Heat
on that Miami team
wouldn't be doing much better than Tyler Hero.
I'm
I'm
not
not saying
discrediting-
much better.
Yeah.
But
Trae Young would be like All NBA first team on that Miami Heat team.
I don't know about All NBA first team is insane, but you give him someone like a really athletic big like Bam, that could be very dangerous. And obviously they've got shooters on that team, and Trae Young can dish the ball better than anyone in the league.
Is this why that one guy in our comments said, "Why do white people talk about basketball?"
White people shouldn't talk
Because I
about
just said
basketball.
Trae Young could be All NBA first team.
I
If
think
he was
that-
on the Miami Heat.
I think you're scratching the surface of why. In other news, a couple nights ago, I guess I might as well get the older stuff out of the way. Jokic had 61, 10, and 10.
It was crazy. Westbrook, you're a loser, bro.
My
gosh.
In a losing effort, yes, I will say, kind of anticlimactic ending to that game. The Timberwolves were fouled on a three-pointer with 0.1 seconds left, and they nailed Jaden McDaniels. Or was it Jaden McDaniels or was it Nikhil Alexander Walker? I think it may have been Nikhil.
It was Nikhil.
Nikhil Alexander Walker made the free throws. They win. But does this move the needle for either of you guys in terms of the MVP race with him and Shea?
Well, first, I just want to shout out Jalen Pickett. We're starting it early this episode. His second NBA start last night, he had a triple-double. I got to watch Jalen Pickett 2 days before he got drafted to the Nuggets in a Syracuse Pro-Am League. Really exceptional basketball player. I wouldn't be shocked if he just takes the starting point guard spot from Westbrook for the rest of the season.
If he takes it, huh?
But back to the original conversation. I think this does move the needle a little bit because I know in previous episodes we talked about voter fatigue and if the NBA and the voting committee necessarily wants this Jokic MVP again. Because it wouldn't be three-peat, right? It would just be back-to-back. Because it went Jokic
fourth.
It would be his fourth
it would be
total.
his fourth.
I don't know
because it went
about-
Jokic. No, so it would be a three-peat.
It would be a
because it went
three-peat.
Jokic, Embiid, Jokic. Jesus. Yeah, so that's another conversation, really. But, I mean, if Jokic is putting up 60-point triple-doubles, like, I think that was,
They
like...
lost. It doesn't matter.
the.
It's true. I want him to win. Listen, I want Jokic to win MVP. He's having one of the
Okay,
best
I
basketball
feel like
seasons
it
of all
doesn't matter
time.
if they lost or not. It was
does,
still
though.
it wasn't even like it was a blowout, though. It was a close game. He was putting up a 60-point triple-double in a close game.
But they didn't win. All that matters is winning at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying though?
I've seen some good points online, and I think the MVP, the way they vote for the MVP has been wrong just since since
I
about
agree.
Jordan. And
Yeah, since Michael Jordan.
Everybody knows Jimmy High Roller on
Shout
YouTube.
out Jimmy
he has
High
some of
Roller.
the best content out there. He brings up a good point. He said Michael Jordan probably should have won 8 or more MVPs.
Same with LeBron.
But since they got tired of voting for Michael Jordan and they kind of invented a new way of voting, you have to be the best team, you got to do this, you got to do that, and it's not it's not as much the most valuable player, it's kind of the best player on the best team somewhat. And Michael Jordan didn't win 8 or more MVPs. Now LeBron got a couple MVPs taken from him from like Steve Nash.
I was gonna say
Derrick
Steve
Rose
Nash,
and
yeah.
a couple of those guys. And now I think
Steve Nash deserved that MVP.
He deserved one of them.
one
I'm
of
a
them.
Suns fan.
I think you could give him one of
He
them.
deserves one.
I don't know about both.
Not the second one.
And then
Definitely not the second one.
now I think Jokic is going to be also
Where's my
affected
Celsius?
by that same kind of thing where voters are tired of him and he's not the best player on the best team.
Yeah.
He's just the best player in the league, and I don't think anyone's going to vote
In
for
He's
the
the
him.
best
world.
player on the Nuggets.
In the world.
Well, yes, but not the best player on the best team. The Thunder technically best record. That's what I'm saying. But 61-10-10. I don't think Shea could do that in his dreams. Shea's
No,
a
he
wonderful basketball player.
He could.
He could never sniff this.
No, he couldn't.
He only just got to 50 points this season.
Yeah, and I mean,
that's unreal. I don't think a lot of people really knew that. Like,
But I will say though, since he reached that first 50-point game, he's kind of
getting
been
really
dishing them out
close.
a little bit.
He actually has been. But
and I think that does say something. He doesn't usually get above 50. That speaks to how he can average more than 30 points. That speaks to his consistency, and I
Right.
think that also needs to be taken into account when you vote for MVP. But
That might also speak to just the overall team because they've got a lot of ballers on that team. Like
Yeah.
they don't necessarily need Shea to be going out and scoring all of their points.
They really
whereas,
don't, yeah.
maybe the Nuggets kind of do.
the Nuggets are the worst, like the third worst team in basketball when Jokic doesn't play.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because, MPJ doesn't pass the ball. Jamal Murray's inefficient.
It's insane. That Jimmy High Roller video that the most recent one that he has out, he breaks it down. Crazy advanced stats. Give it a watch. It's really good. It blew my mind when I was sitting there seeing how trash the Nuggets are without Nikola Jokic. Like, you wouldn't think that. That roster is very good, but they suck without him.
yeah, and that whole game it was a blockbuster game. We saw Anthony Edwards go into the fourth quarter with only
he's
10
box
points,
office, man.
and he finished that game with over 30, I believe. So does this raise another question? I know I said this on the live show real quick. If there's a 6, 7, 8 seed poised to make a deep playoff run, besides the Warriors, they could very well be top 5 seed by the time this is over. I said the Timberwolves have a chance just because of Anthony Edwards, and they kind of showed. They went into Denver and they beat them in overtime.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anthony
what do
Edwards
you
is
guys think
cold.
about that?
He is
They're
cold.
the 7th seed right now, or 8th seed even.
Jesus. Anthony Edwards is just so fun to watch play basketball.
Yeah, and it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad because like I want to hate him so much, but it's hard to, because like since he came into the league, I've loved Anthony Edwards. I thought he was going to be the best player out of that draft easily, and I could not believe. Stupid. That draft is stupid.
My favorite
but-
part about Anthony Edwards is he talks the talk and walks the walk.
Yeah, like he did it to my Suns last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I really enjoy the growth that I've seen from him.
Oh,
I
it's
feel like
incredible.
you could see it, especially in the post-game interview. He doesn't stop talking about his teammates, and he doesn't like to say me or I at all. He's always given his teammates props, and I think even the last play of the game, how they won the game, fouled on the 3-point attempt. Anthony Edwards passed the ball. He drove to
did.
the hoop, into the lane, kicked it out for the last shot.
He sounds Jandoli School of Communication educated.
Dude, I am so excited for the playoffs. Like look at me. It just makes me smile. Like,
Yeah.
Are you excited for the playoffs without your Phoenix Suns?
No, you know what? I am because guess what? I don't have to sit and watch the playoffs and sit and worry about the Suns the whole time. I could just sit back, watch the playoffs as an NBA fan, and just see it all go down. Because the play-in this year is gonna be incredible. You're telling me we're gonna get Timberwolves Clippers in the play-in?
Yeah, first playing
my-
game 7-8 will be
That's
Timberwolves
must-watch TV. That is must-watch TV. Like,
probably.
come on.
Yeah, you know what? Fair
And
enough.
then to see one of those two teams go out and kill the Houston Rockets in the first round, Give me it.
It'll be a series, but
Give
I
it to
think
me.
you kind of have a point. I think I didn't foresee as many people agreeing with you like when I scroll through like TikTok before I go to bed, but I have kind of seen that echoed
The
across.
one time James uses his phone that day.
I have
Yo,
seen
James
that
does
echoed
not use his
across
phone.
online.
This dude does not use his phone.
We almost want to get him a flip phone just because like
Just give me a flip.
You
phone.
might as
That's
well.
all he needs.
It's like my dad. Shout out Matt. Like he would use
Big
a flip
sexy.
phone right now. Yeah.
He's stealing my thing. He's gonna put me out of business. He's gonna put me out of a job.
In other news, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
do
sure
we-
Anthony Davis also hit a game winner last night. I know you touched on that. I did not watch that game. We were very busy. We
Yeah.
were
Why
late.
are they even playing him? Can I just ask that
Well,
question?
they're still on the plan right now because to be honest, they could get the 9s. They're the 9 seed right now.
Is it even worth it though? Like,
Yeah.
just let this. This is the season from hell for
Well,
the Dallas
you
Mavericks.
you know why it's worth it though? Because you get guys like Derek Lively and Max Christie some playoff experience. That's gonna help down the road. And you know that team.
is Derek Lively even available right now? Like, is he healthy?
He's gonna be back for playoffs for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't know if he's playing right now. Actually, to be completely honest with you,
I
He will
really
be
don't
back for
think he
playoffs.
is because I think Anthony Davis is like their only healthy true big man right now.
It's
Which is part of the reason why they should just end this season and tank the rest of the season. I don't know why they shouldn't even be playing basketball games right now. They should just forfeit the rest of the season. That's what I think about the Dallas Mavericks right now.
You know, they should really take a page out of the Sixers playbook and
Just shut everybody down.
shut it down.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey
out
like,
for the season.
half an hour ago just got officially shut down for the rest of the season.
That
That
he
big
did.
three: Embiid, Maxey, George, done. All of them are done.
Yeah, I don't know about all of them. Whispers are that they're going to try to sell Embiid, and at that point, I really don't know what you do with Paul George. They've got a lot of money tied up in those two.
No bias whatsoever. I'm loving the 76ers downfall. This is everything I have hoped and prayed for. I cannot stand Joel Embiid. I hope he never plays another basketball game in his life.
Yo,
Oh my God!
let's relax.
Chill.
You own the Sixers. Why are you like so giddy about this?
Yeah, you
Because
want them anyways.
because when you have a little brother, you want nothing but for them to crumble. And I want the 76ers to crumble.
No, you're right, Jack. I want nothing but for you to crumble.
Okay. He thought he cooked with that one.
In
No, I
other news,
Yeah, we
Austin
wanna-
was very excited to talk about the fact
Yes!
that Carmelo Anthony was
Yes!
inducted into the Hall of Fame.
This is special for us.
Yeah,
yeah.
we are all from Syracuse. Carmelo Anthony, the greatest Syracuse basketball player ever. I mean, shout out Pro Washington. Come on,
He was great.
He was
Yeah.
great.
No, it's mellow. It's mellow.
No, but I'm saying,
just,
I'm
you know,
saying you
give
got to
him his
give
flowers.
Pro Washington his flowers, his
We're gonna give
respects.
Per Washington his flowers. You gotta give Derek Coleman his flowers too.
Yeah.
The
All right.
original 44.
Shout out Derek Coleman. But Carmelo Anthony, I grew up Carmelo Anthony. That my household, Carmelo Anthony. I have a picture in my room because my grandma used to work in the mayor's office of Melo and the whole team with the mayor holding the trophy. It's really cool.
That's fine.
It's framed. You've seen it.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen it, Jack, but you've been to the crib.
I don't think I have.
Carmelo Anthony, full in my heart, this is the best induction into the Hall of Fame I could have seen this year.
Well deserved.
Oh, well
Long
deserved.
overdue. And I was thinking about it. Like, it's really unfortunate that this younger generation only really remembers like his later stages of his career, like when he was with the Thunder, with the
Portland,
Rockets,
OKC.
Portland. But it's like that's not prime Melo.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, it's
not.
prime Melo,
Let me tell you about Prime
one
Melo.
of if not the best pure scorers
yeah.
to come out of the game.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, he literally had a game of, what was it, 62 points and not a single assist. That's just pure scoring.
That's a all-time record in MSG, right?
I think so.
Let me tell you about Prime Melo. 2013 or 2012, 2013. You could say this is peak Melo. He played 67 games. He averaged 28.7 points per game, 7 rebounds, 38% from 3, 45% from the field, and he was third in MVP, All-NBA second team, and he was an All-Star.
That's back when scoring 25 plus
my
points per
gosh.
game meant something.
Yeah, like
Oh my gosh.
just a reminder for everybody.
love
like,
Carmelo.
there wasn't anyone really just like putting up 30 every year. That did
No.
not happen. Like that's a very recent thing.
There wasn't 10 guys scoring averaging 30 a night in the league like there is now.
The best way to put this, you load up NBA 2K right now. There's 20 guys in the 90s. Back in the day, there was like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Braun was a 94, being the highest, which is like
I think Evan Mobley, no shade, is a 90.
he's a
right
90.
now.
He's a 92.
yeah, that's a little crazy. I will say.
I fear we have lost the plot.
I feel like we should have an episode and we should talk about how trash the 2K ratings are, because like, dude, they suck.
They're
But
not very
anyways,
good. But, you know,
mellow, keep it mellow.
One other thing, you know, he shot 45% from the field, which isn't excellent, but you got to keep in mind this is isolation scoring, maybe a little jab step, pull up jumper, and really no one could do anything about it
the
going
amount
in
of
half
the amount
time.
of shots he was taking a night too.
Oh my god.
Exactly. It was going
I mean,
half the time.
talk about efficiency all you want. You still have to be a good basketball player to score 28 points night in the night.
38% from 3 is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for Carmelo Anthony. I mean, when you look back at his rookie season, he arguably had a better rookie season in Denver than LeBron James.
He did.
Yeah.
I'll die on that hill. He did. Melo
See?
should have won Rookie of the Year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he necessarily should have.
And that's not me being a LeBron
Right.
hater.
Yeah,
That's just the amount of coverage that was on LeBron. They were never going to let anybody but LeBron.
Exactly.
win
The
Rookie of the Year
storyline
that
built up. LeBron James going to save the NBA. Hometown hero, gets drafted by Cleveland. He's from Akron. I
year.
mean,
And Melo outplayed him, but the league refused to.
it's up there. It's up there.
Melo-
I don't know where to look on that. To be honest
Melo
with you.
rookie season, 21, 6 and 3, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. That wins you Rookie of the Year every year for the past 20 years.
Oh yeah,
You know,
easily.
what other rookie has really come in and really, you know, maybe besides Victor Wembanyama, he's been pretty good. But,
Maybe Cade Cunningham, but even so.
and he was
Yeah,
pretty
he had
good,
a really
but,
good rookie campaign. Or Paolo was good.
Paulo was pretty good.
Paulo was in a very small market, though.
Yeah, and you know, just saying, Melo didn't win Rookie of the Year, and he had probably one of the best rookie seasons possibly ever. You know, we haven't combed through the numbers, right? But
I mean, Wes Unseld did win MVP his rookie year.
well,
Wes
now we're-
Unseld is also like a different beast. Washington,
That's true.
yeah, come on.
Hey, I mean,
I don't know if you can say of all time.
yeah, I know, but one of the most, you know, if
One of the better rookie seasons of all
you were gonna rank him, it would be way up
He's
there.
probably
He didn't win
top
Rookie of
10.
the-
Top 10.
and
Top
he-
10's not ridiculous
And
to
he
say.
didn't win Rookie of the Year. So
Yeah.
that sucks.
Where do you
right?
guys put him all-time Nuggets?
Oh, that's hard.
I'm gonna say I'd throw him at like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
'Cause
I think
you got Jokic. I'm gonna go David Thompson, Dikembe, Van Exel, Namela.
no
I don't even-
Iverson.
No, he's known as a Sixer in my eyes.
That's fair. Well, is Melo known as a Nugget?
Well, that's what I was saying. I was gonna ask about Knicks next.
I think he's a Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he was kind of an almost not a different player on the Nuggets,
Like-
more
like
athletic.
Carmelo
Melo.
He was more athletic on the Nuggets.
Carmelo Anthony is never paying for a meal in the city.
No.
Ever. He goes to Denver, maybe.
Cornrow Mello's Denver though. That's Aura
Cornrow
Mello.
Melo is Denver.
That was different. I think he went to the conference finals with Allen Iverson or something. Did he? I'm not sure. I could.
I mean,
I
it's
could have just-
hard because we have the New York biasy, but I think he's a Nick.
Yeah, no, I would say he's a Nick too.
When he goes in the Hall of Fame, I think he should go in the Hall of Fame as a Nick.
Oh yeah, for sure. He probably will.
And you know, I hate to say, you know, it's not that Melo didn't win anything, right? Melo is an Olympic champion. He won at Syracuse.
I hate that argument
but-
that you have to win an MVP or a championship to be known as a good player. If you are a good basketball player, you are a good basketball
He has a
player.
gold medal.
And also,
He has an Olympic. That's the thing too. I don't know if it was him or if it was Kevin Durant or somebody said it like that they would rather be an Olympic gold medalist than an NBA champion.
I think Kevin Durant
Because
said that.
So many people can say that they've been an NBA champion. I mean, you've got two-way guys. You've got guys that sit at the end of the bench. I mean, Brian Scalabrine's an NBA champion.
Christian Brown won it his rookie year.
Right. It
Yeah.
takes such a good player to not only make the Olympic roster, but to be an Olympic gold medalist.
Pat McCall is a back-to-back NBA champion.
Patrick McCaw, did he three-peat? Or is he back to back?
I think he's just back. Oh,
No, I think he
three-peat
three-peated.
because he won with Toronto the year after.
Yeah, and then he won in the G League. He either won in the G League or he went to the finals of the G League championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just to also touch on the fact,
Shout out Pat McCaw.
It takes a whole different beast to be a Olympic gold medalist. It also takes a different beast to be the all-time leading scorer, which Kevin Durant just surpassed him for. Right? Melo held that for the longest time. He'll still be at 2 probably for a very long time himself.
Yeah.
Until Cooper Flag just dominates the Olympics.
We'll see,
Cooper
right?
Flag and AJ DeBanza on the Olympics going to go crazy.
We'll see.
Shout out AJ DeBanza.
If
you
Cooper
didn't,
Flag can have a
you
long
cut
career,
that
maybe.
one out of the
I didn't
montage.
do that one. I didn't do that
I
one.
was so
That wasn't me.
upset.
I think it was wrong.
I know. I think it was Ryan Adio. We sent him timestamps, and I low-key forgot to send him that timestamp. So maybe it is on me.
Yeah, we missed a shout out. What the hell?
Well, left hand up.
He's stealing my thunder on everything today.
I know. I don't know what to say about it.
I'm in a good mood,
You're
dude.
putting me out of a job.
Is that pretty much it for recent news? Do you want to jump into some of the little activities we have planned?
Yeah,
or-
let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's go to that. Yeah, we got some good things.
Yeah, we got an
wanna do our-
all-time point guards draft.
Yeah.
We'll do a little snake draft here. I'll have Austin start us off, then Jack.
Full disclosure, in the episode that Austin deleted, they already did this, so they've got a general idea. I'm going in blind, but I think I like it better that way.
That is true. That is true. I mean, I've got my players that I.
Well,
that
to
I'm
be
ready
fair, though,
pick.
I might take somebody else that Lombo didn't, and then that messes up your order.
Well,
you're definitely not.
you're
gonna
definitely not
take-
going to take Celtics Isaiah Thomas because Lombo did not know who Pistons Isaiah Thomas is,
That was
which is
crazy.
outrageous. Then we told him, he was like, "Nah, give me Celtics Isaiah Thomas."
Wait, I guess there is only like 4 point guards to choose from. Yeah, why would I? Jesus.
No. Yeah. No.
But
it's-
Lombo says I don't know ball.
Well, I'm going to start it off. Give me Steph Curry for my first overall pick.
Very, very nice.
Haskell, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna clap back. Some argue that he's still better than Steph Curry. I think it's still somewhat of a toss-up. Magic Johnson.
I think that's the appropriate pick.
That
to
is the
take
appropriate
there.
pick.
Should we preface to everybody watching?
Oh,
this is
yeah.
and even Jack maybe, because I'm not sure if Jack even knows. Players in their prime, right? This
The
is
best
their
version
prime, the
of
best
any
version
point guard ever.
of any point guard ever. So if I got to take the best version of a point guard, there's a couple I could go with here. I have a back-to-back.
Yeah, you got
It's
this.
hard not to take the guy who's averaging 40. James Harden. Come on the Rockets, he was absolutely ridiculous. He absolutely. What's that
James
about?
Harden is a shooting guard.
He was a point guard on the Rockets.
Dude, he had the ball in his hands the whole time. He's the point guard.
I don't know. If
Even
I
now,
agree.
he's
If
a
you want to
point
beat
guard.
me on a technicality,
I don't know if I agree with that classification, but
I would call him a point guard. He's a point guard now,
Would
too.
you have taken him over Magic?
no,
Okay.
no.
No, I don't think you should have either.
Well, Lombo didn't take Magic. Just throwing that out there.
Oh
No,
my
he
God.
did not.
Who did he take?
It
Celtics
was-
Isaiah Thomas.
No.
I don't. We took Westbrook.
He took
Which
Westbrook.
is low key. No, that's really not that bad.
I
Which
guess,
I'm
but-
considering taking him here, but if you want to think about, and I think I think after thinking about it more, I think I'm gonna take that MVP Steve Nash.
And
Give
thank
me
you for
MVP
allowing
Steve
Russell
Nash.
Westbrook, who is averaging 40-point triple doubles, to fall into my lap. Russell Westbrook,
You can
please.
take his inefficient shooting any day of the week. I just, I watched some of those OKC games, and he missed a lot of shots. Like, yeah, he was stuffing the stat sheet, but he touched the ball like every possession. Sometimes it wasn't all good.
Doesn't matter. Prime Russell Westbrook is still one of the greatest players of all time.
This is
That's
awesome.
valid. That's
You guys
valid.
just open this up for me. I got a turn right here. Give me Chris Paul, and then my next pick, Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie was my next
Kyrie.
pick.
Best handles of all time.
Chris Paul. I think my thought process was Steve Nash in his MVP season.
So good.
Was better than a Chris Paul, but I was looking for that kind of player.
All right. Well, you know what? We're just gonna keep going with triple-double point guards. Oscar Robertson.
They go.
That was totally gonna be your pick, wasn't it?
No, I'm gonna
okay.
because I have the turn now.
Oh, okay.
And I'm fine with taking the all-time assist leader John Stockton.
Okay.
That was my next
And then
That's a good one.
I'm gonna take a guy who beat Jordan. Give me the correct Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons. Bad boy.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
I think I made out pretty good here.
Speaking of bad boys, Jason Kidd.
Okay.
Beat his wife.
Oh my God.
Whoa! Whoa!
Do we have to
Okay.
blur that out?
we might have to.
Well, it's not. It's factual. He beat his wife.
All right, you ready for this?
Oh my God.
My last pick.
Wait, does he get a turn there? Or, oh wait, no, he's in the middle. That's right.
These are the last picks.
Yeah.
My last pick, the last pick of the all-time point guard drafts. Give me Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas.
If
No
you
chill,
the
Gil.
best version, right?
The best version of Gilbert Arenas.
It's not about
is
the
a
career.
dog. Oh, absolute dog. He's shunned from the league for valid reasons, but he is a walking bucket. He was Steph before Steph. Come on, man. He was incredible.
Wasn't he? This is just totally,
A
you
wizard.
know. Not, yes, I know he was a wizard, but this is totally, you know, I
know how
don't
feel
remember
about
this
that.
for sure.
Wow.
Did he average 30 for a season?
God, no.
I thought he was
No.
close
No.
I think he was close.
because I don't
can you
actually
look,
remember.
Can you look at that for us, please?
Yeah,
Jack?
actually, you want to look that up if Gilbert Arenas ever
let's see.
averaged 30?
Because I know he was close. Listen, man, Gilbert Arenas is really underrated. I love Gilbert Arenas. I love your podcast, and you'll never see this, but you're awesome.
He may have been close. He definitely was close, and people weren't scoring like that back then.
He averaged 28 in the 06-07 season.
Come on, man.
And
28?
29 in the 05.
Come on, Gilbert. No chill, Gil.
In 42 minutes.
Agent
played.
Zero. No chill, Gil. Thank you for backing up and validating my pick. I love Gilbert Arenas.
No, yeah, best version
Oh.
of Gil. That'll do.
Yeah,
That'll do
I
for
love
sure.
that. I love that.
You want to just rattle off your guys that you took? And
Yeah,
then we'll all-
So I went Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Kyrie Irving, Gilbert Arenas. Beat that.
I will. I got James Harden, Steve Nash, John Stockton, and Isaiah Thomas.
I'm shooting all over all those guys.
I had the triple-double draft. I had
Yeah, facts.
Magic Johnson, Russell Westbrook, Oscar Robertson, and Jason Kidd. Bad boy Jason
The
Kidd.
thing is with yours though is like Russ is taking the last shot.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, I don't know if you want that. I don't know if you want
Hey,
it.
no, it's prime. It's prime Russ though. You saw that one
Against
the
the
deep
hash.
three, like from half court,
when he broke the
the
record.
game winner against the Nuggets.
Yeah, I was gonna say against the Nuggets. Yeah,
When
at
he
the buzzer.
broke
when he had
his-
like 50 something.
That was a mean screen from Steven Adams, though. I don't know if he does that without the screen from Steven
Steven Adams is an underrated big.
I love
Best
Steve,
screener,
especially on that team.
one of the best screeners of all time. Gortat's up there
I want to
too.
meet Steven Adams. Can we get him on the pod?
Who?
Steven Adams.
He seems really nice.
Oh yeah, let me call him up.
I think if we ask, he would come on.
Yeah, why not? Let me drive over to St. Bonaventure. Isn't he from like New Zealand or something like that? Or
Yeah, he is from New Zealand.
Boys trip to New
my
Zealand to
God.
find Steven Adams.
just to find
to
Steven
find him, all we'd have to do was go and like look and see who's the tallest man and looks like Aquaman, and we
Yes.
found Steven.
Now I do have another activity for you guys. Now these are pretty
activities.
These are pretty difficult, and we did do this last night. So Austin, if you actually remember
I'll
who
stay
these
away.
guys are, stay away.
Yeah,
But
but I really don't.
I have a little bit of which player doesn't belong, and I'll give you the clue for the first one just to warm up. This has to do with points per game. So
I know this one,
Miles
but-
Bridges, Trey Murphy III, Pascal Siakam, and Alperen Şengün. Who doesn't belong? These guys are all close.
Oh God, I'm between Alperen and Pascal Siakam, just because Sengun isn't really a scorer, but I also know Siakam's having kind of a down year. We're gonna go Siakam.
Wait.
You were so close, Jack.
So I remember this. It's Alperen Şengün, and the reason that he's the odd man out is because everyone else averages 20 points per game or more.
Oh wow.
Isn't that insane? And he was the only All-Star.
I just said Siakam was having a down year, and he's still averaging 20.
But I will say these
Yeah,
guys
I
are
think
all
he's
very
averaging
close.
22.
I think Siakam isn't even a full point per game ahead of Şengün.
he's
I don't
not.
I don't remember. I think
We broke it down yesterday.
Şengün is at like 19.1 right now, which is not 20 points per game, and the rest of these guys all do average 20 points per game. Now, number 2, we've got Steph Curry, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Shaquille O'Neal. Besides for the obvious one.
Yeah.
Who doesn't belong? And I will say this has nothing to do with what they do on the basketball court.
give me a clue, please.
Too easy.
I'll give you a little clue. It doesn't have anything to do with college basketball, but I'll just say March Madness.
I like What you thinking, Jack? Let's hear it.
Who is the odd man out? It doesn't have anything to do with their college careers. Doesn't have anything to do with
It
their
actually
NBA
has nothing to
careers.
do with basketball.
Nothing to do with basketball. March Madness.
I have no clue. I'm just gonna go James Harden.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God! So you got it right. So
Valentine.
I will say James Harden is the only man in this group with a birthday in August.
Compared to
Steph
everyone
Curry.
else.
Well, so the clue is March was just the month we were in, and you may have noticed that Curry, Kyrie, and Shaq all had their birthdays in
Oh, that's
March.
right. We're not in March anymore.
No.
My favorite month is
Officially
over.
Yeah. We still get to watch March Madness, though. So
Yes,
Facts.
we
Little
do.
March
And
Madness in
then, and then
April.
we get to lock in the Yankees baseball.
yeah.
Facts.
exactly.
Well, NBA playoffs as well. That's going to be a movie.
Number 3. A couple more guys. Nikola Jokic, OG Anunoby, Russell Westbrook, and Corey Joseph. And again, besides for
in Arlington,
the obvious
Texas.
one. Who's the odd man out? This, I'll give you a little clue, has to do with how they were recruited. For the lack of a better term, that would give it away.
What? I mean, I guess Jokic because he didn't go to American college. He also was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial.
You're
What
really
round?
sniffing it now.
Oh, OG went undrafted.
No.
No?
Dude,
No.
you had it. It's Nikola Jokic. He went in the second round. Everyone else is a first round.
OG was a first
whatever.
rounder. I think you had that mixed up with somebody else.
Whatever. Did OG get drafted?
He was first round pick.
First round pick.
Really?
Russell Westbrook, obviously first round pick. Corey Joseph, I just figured I'd throw on there to throw you off the trail. I hope I did. Nikola Jokic.
Shout out Corey Joseph.
Oh
He was
my
a baller
Lord.
back in the day.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he was.
Nikola Jokic, as you said, this is like my favorite fun fact ever, was drafted during a Taco Bell
He
commercial.
was asleep during that when he was drafted too. Somebody woke him up to tell him,
That's
and he was
crazy.
like, "I don't care," and then went back to bed.
He didn't even
Yeah,
care
he
back
was like,
then.
let me race my horse.
That was
and
before he got into horse racing.
then the last one here, Anthony Davis, Dwayne Wade, Vince Carter, and David Robinson. This, what do I have written for the hint?
Oh,
I guess all I'll say is All-Stars.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know who it is, and I know I don't know exactly why, but I know it has to do with All Stars.
It's similar, to the first one I gave you. These
Oh.
guys all averaged 20
Oh.
points per game.
I
This guy
remember.
was at, not quite at that threshold.
I remember
These guys all have a certain accolade, and one of these guys isn't quite there.
I'm gonna go double-digit All-Stars, and Anthony Davis isn't there.
Oh, you have it
Dude,
the right
you were
category,
literally
but who
there.
is it?
But it's Vince Carter. He made 9.
I wanted to give Vince Carter the benefit of the doubt.
So Anthony Davis, I threw him on there because he just got 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
damn.
at 9 for I guess the last year. Vince Carter only had 8.
Or 8, yeah.
oh,
Sorry.
that hurts.
So the rest of these guys
Wild,
all
right?
double-digit All-Stars. I can't believe you got the
He played
category.
in 3 decades, 8 All-Star teams. He played in the 90s to 2000.
I wanted to give him the
10s.
benefit of the doubt
Oh,
because I felt like he didn't have
Wait.
that many All-Star selections.
no, he played in
but-
4 decades. The 90s, the 10s,
Yeah.
the 2000s, the 10s, and the 20s.
Yeah,
Yo,
technically.
that's insane. That's crazy. He's seen I'm pretty sure I saw a stat. He's seen 95% of all NBA players of all time.
Granted, he
he's
probably
played with.
only played like a dozen games in the 20s.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe,
well, he was still
if that.
rostered. I mean, he played for Atlanta.
Well, he played in Atlanta's last game of the 2019-20
Yeah, he did.
season.
He did. I remember that.
He might have hit the last shot in that game.
I think he
I'm
did
not
hit the
gonna
last
lie.
shot in that game. Yeah, he actually had a good game.
Yeah, and
Carter.
although he didn't make an All-Star team once he got to the tail end of his career, he still had some big moments. You want to talk about taking the last shot? He had that game winner on the Grizzlies that
Yep,
was
yeah.
fire.
Was that in the playoffs?
Vince Carter on
Yes,
the Grizzlies
I
felt like
think.
a fever dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did that actually happen?
Yeah, I don't like.
He was on that team with Tony Allen, Marcus.
Tony
Gasol,
Allen.
Randolph.
And this has a lot to do with the fact that I didn't have League Pass, and the Grizzlies didn't get nationally televised
Right.
games. But did I how often did anyone watch Vince Carter on the Grizzlies? I feel like what did he play like? I don't remember.
He was.
He was on the Grizzlies.
He was still tough enough to hit a game winner.
Yeah, he was a shooter on the Grizzlies. He really didn't do much. I mean, He was getting up there in age anyways. I mean, he was really old. He was like, what was he, 42 when he retired? Dude.
Yeah. That's old.
Bro could have been a grandpa when he retired.
Grandpa age.
It is grandpa. Well, low key close. Depends on when you have
40
a
is
kid.
not as old as you guys make it seem.
No, I know.
Well,
I
my
know.
You still have
mom's
half your life to live.
no,
There
my
are-
mom's a grandma. She's like 40 something.
I guess, but it's not.
She's been a grandma for 3 years, almost 4 now.
It's not necessarily grandparent.
No, she's a
age.
young grandparent.
That'd be really funny
Hey, mom.
if you don't. You said 40 something.
Well, I'm not gonna say her age on
That's
camera.
okay.
I got respect from my mom.
Can't dox Mrs. Townley.
No, Matt Townley. He's an old head, bro. You old, Matt.
No,
You so old.
My Bob is old.
Oh, I love Bob.
Here we are talking about our dads. Wrap up the episode, will you?
We've lost a lot.
Yeah, you know what? We have lost the plot. That's going to be this episode of Above the Rim. Thank you, boys, for coming on. It was a great time. Beautiful Thursday morning. Yeah, enjoy the day. And as always, peace.